Hello everyone, this is Dansparce, and we are back in some Pokemon FireRed. Now I've taken the opportunity to go and heal. Hopefully we can get through this. Oh, because I suck. I really suck. So yeah, let's just get on to it. Now, in my last video, I know I talked about Nintendo for E3, so why not this video I talk about some other things I saw. I didn't watch all the press conferences. I only saw Nintendo's, EA's, and Microsoft's in full. Let me just say this right up front. I think Microsoft did, or Xbox I should say, I think they did a good job. I know it's fun to hate on Xbox, but I think this time with E3 they did a lot better, and they very clearly, did some damage control, and they were a lot more into the games rather than the hardware, and I think it really benefited. They really benefited from that. They didn't mention Kinect once. They showed a Kinect game in their indie montage, but they did not mention Kinect, I don't think, at all. Which I think was a great move, because Kinect is still very controversial. Even if people have warmed up to the voice commands, I think a lot of people still don't like Kinect. They had games. Nothing that I saw that really I could latch onto. That Sunset Overdrive, or whatever it's called. The sort of Tony Hawk meets Left 4 Dead or Dead Rising sort of game. That seemed kind of fun. I'm happy they aren't zombies, they're mutants. I'm really tired of zombies. So tired of zombies. It seemed fun, it was colorful. Really liked how it was colorful. Too many games like that. It was very silly. It very clearly didn't take itself too seriously, which I liked. I think we need more fun games that don't take themselves seriously. Because, serious games are good for sometimes, but other times you need a break, and you need to get your mind just to be relaxed. And, and playing a fun little game like a Nintendo game is not necessarily always what someone wants to play, So you can have a more adult game, but still, have it be fun. So I think that was a good thing for Xbox to show off, and hopefully they can keep it as an exclusive, because Xbox needs exclusives. There's that Dead Rising co-op arcade sort of thing. Seemed okay. Like I said, not really into zombies, so. What else was there? For both Xbox and the EA thing, Dragon Age was big. I'm not really sure. Dragon Age to me always seemed more of the forgotten child of the BioWare, of the two major BioWare titles that had been out recently. I think Mass Effect got most of the attention, because there are a lot of RPGs out there, and I think Dragon Age was released, I think, before Skyrim, but Skyrim I think really took the thunder away from Dragon Age, so people weren't really looking at Dragon Age much. But now they're, you know, except for The Witcher, I don't think there's any really like fantasy RPGs out there, like main titles that aren't like MMOs or something, that are more mature. I mean, there's obviously Zelda's coming out, but it's a whole different. Zelda RPG is very different from Dragon Age and Skyrim style RPGs. So yeah, I think it was good that they had. I wish they talked more about Dragon Age, especially because it's coming out so soon. You know, they still don't talk about it a lot. But it looks good. I didn't play Dragon Age 2. I've heard some mixed things about Dragon Age 2. But I like Dragon Age 1 a lot. I've played it a ton of times. I've even been thinking about getting it on my PC so I can do a Let's Play in it without having to buy a capture card for my Xbox. Because that might be a drag. Because I don't know if capture cards can record audio from my headphones also, and I don't have a program to mix separate audio into a video and stuff and sync that up. But yeah, I like Dragon Age. I like that they talked about Mass Effect during the EA conference. Makes me so sad that BioWare is not its own company anymore, that it got swallowed up by EA. Because the rest of the EA conference, except for the little tidbits that EA had about Dragon Age, Mass Effect, their new IP, and the new Star Wars game that they're developing, the rest of the EA conference was boring as fuck. What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing. I completely forgot that I was playing a game and I was just talking. Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright, so let's keep going. Yeah, the rest of EA was just really boring. Sports games. And, you know, I get some people like sports games, but I don't think many people really do. And they never look very good. They're never that impressive when you actually get to play them. And it's just, like, you know, it's just, what's the point, guys? Just, you know, they should really focus more on the RPGs and the stuff that people would really latch onto, rather than these sports games, which are very niche. You know, I don't think they showed off an NFL game, and I think the NFL games are the ones that people really care about. What did they show off? I think they showed off hockey, and I think they showed off soccer. Oh no, they did show off football, American football, too. Did they show basketball also? I don't remember. That's how boring it was. I completely spaced out. I watched because I wanted to see stuff about, you know, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, anything about Star Wars, because that's what I like. And then there's all the sports stuff. They really should have dedicated more time to other properties. Oh, and the Sims 4 presentation. Well, I found it very interesting. I thought that for the conference, it was really dull. For a conference like that, where you're trying to attract gamers, because there's tons of people watching, and you're trying to attract people to your titles. You know, while hearing about that stuff with The Sims 4, I think was very interesting and very entertaining for me. I think most people were bored to death by it, by how they presented it. You know, they should have focused more on the actual gameplay, on the build mode, on the way you control your Sims, rather than just having a cinematic experience. And that's been a problem with a lot of the trailers. That was a problem with the original trailer, and it's a problem with the E3 trailer, is they're not showing gameplay. They're showing what could possibly be the actual gameplay, just without the HUD anywhere. Just sort of using a dev sort of cam so they could get all these shots. But really, they really needed something more, something that you could really see how different it is and how you control the Sims and what things look like. I mean, that would have been such a good place to have it at E3, to show the new HUD, to show how the Sims, the new, you know, any sort of new stuff with it. But they didn't, and, you know, and I'm still excited for Sims 4, but I think they lost an opportunity. Oh, something I did really like, I think it was in Sony's press conference, they brought up Paradox, the people who make CK2, EU4, all those great strategy games, my favorite strategy games. You know, I know people really like Civ, but I really like Paradox's games way more. I was so happy that Paradox was brought up, because I think as a developer, and I think Paradox is one of those developers that, you know, they're a awesome developer. You know, they talk to people directly in the forums, they hear people's complaints on the games, and they try their best to improve on them. You know, they have streams, and the people who do them are really personable. I think they're such a great company, and it's such a good group of developers, and it was really nice to hear them brought up at E3, because I don't think many people know about Paradox. Old man who invented Tetris was really awesome. It's really adorable. What else was there? You know, new Assassin's Creed. Never really cared about Assassin's Creed. Looks gorgeous still, but never really got hooked on Assassin's Creed stuff. There was, you know, Aisha Tyler at the Ubisoft stuff. I love Aisha Tyler. I think she's hilarious. I think her being at the Ubisoft press conferences is funny. It's awkward, but in a good way. That game, what is it called? Valiant Hearts or something? That looks like an amazing little game, and I think I'm going to try to get it on Steam and do a Let's Play in it. Hopefully I can, because that seems like it's just going to be an amazing game, and I'd love to have that experience and share it with people. Yeah, I think that's really it, though, that I can remember. Oh yeah, Nintendo had these stupid figurine things that they're going to be introducing, like Skylander crap. I think it's stupid. I think it's a bad direction. I'm worried about what it could possibly do for the future. You know. But, you know, overall I think it was a good E3. You know, I think E3 is still going on, and Nintendo's going to be revealing stuff throughout an E3. So I could be out of date in saying this, but I don't think there was anything that was really like, oh my god. Unless like you were a super fan of a franchise. Like, I know people, when they announced Little Big Planet 3, they got super excited. But I think, you know, there was nothing that I think everyone together could come together and be like, oh my god. So I think, you know, so it made it a good E3, but it wasn't a great E3. I think some of the best stuff was actually like, I don't know. I think everyone did good. Except for EA. EA lost because they focused too much on sports, and it was boring. So fucking boring. Stop with the sports. Nobody cares. Nobody watching these streams care. You know, put your ads for your sports games on ESPN or as banner ads or something. Nobody cares. The general public does not care about your sports games. I'm sorry. They don't. And even if people do play them and like them, it's not like they like them to the point where it's like, oh, that's my timer. I've been babbling on this stuff with E3 for so long. We're almost through, so I think, I think I'm just gonna keep the video going though. Or actually maybe no. Yeah, nah. I'm gonna cut it off here. So, this has been Dansparce, this has been Pokemon FireRed. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, leave me questions. Tell me if you want me to name a Pokemon after you, your friends, your family, whoever, your lover, your person you stalk in your classroom. The one you follow home every day secretly, hiding behind trees so they don't notice you, and then you think about them at night. Right? That's a normal thing to do. So yeah, until next time, bye!